Hey, Kellen, with the way Tyler is playing now, obviously there's going to be a lot of people wondering and talking about what would have happened had he started sooner. When you were making that decision about when to start him, what were some of the things you weighed in your mind, like pros and cons wise, about what the right timeline was?
I think you just have to go through the entire process. I think, Spencer played really well during training camp, earned the opportunity to start for us. I thought Spencer played some really good football early in the year. I think collectively as a football team, we didn't play well enough early to win the games. I thought Spencer did some really good things. And so, I thought there was some continuity there that felt like we're close to making some things happen. Um, Behind the scenes, I felt like Tyler was progressing really, really well. I thought there was a ton of growth opportunities through being a scout team quarterback, being around the NFL, kind of experiencing this thing a little bit from behind for a few weeks, and obviously I thought he took it tremendous steps, through that journey. And so, as we kind of got in the middle of the season, felt like, just the way our team was playing, I felt like, an opportunity presented itself, felt like Tyler could potentially create a spark, but also felt like he was ready to play, most importantly. And so, obviously, I thought he responded really well. And again, as he's gone through this, he's just gotten better each and every opportunity he's had out there.
Helen, you've spoken highly of this team's character and the way these guys have held in. Can you just, I guess, identify some of those traits that you were looking for from this team character-wise? Because, you know, there was an opportunity for these guys to kind of let go and they never did.
Yeah, I think it comes down to really starts with the person. We got really high character people. They care about their teammates. They're really, really good teammates. I think that's an important aspect of this thing is, um, there's no finger pointing. There's no look at, hey, who do we want to blame for any particular downfall? It was purely focused on how can I get better? How can we get better collectively? And so, I think it starts with a lot of the leadership of our football team. The veteran guys, the guys who've been around here for a number of years, the guys we brought in that were veterans who had the right type of makeup, and then the young guys obviously learning along the way and following their lead.
What's the game ball budget?
I don't know, I don't know, but the way we've gone the last few weeks, why not? Let's, we got a lot of guys that are putting in a ton of work, and so it's been awesome.
To
Who do
follow
you
up
run
on
the
that,
risk of who do you run the risk of getting in trouble with that you mentioned yesterday?
I have no idea. Mickey was giving me crap the other day for maybe giving out a few too many, but more in a teasing fashion. So it's all good.
sticking with that, yeah, I know you kind of made the joke about it at the beginning there, but when you are in the first year of a build with a new staff and you go through the early season challenges, how important is it to reward those guys and to make sure that you're recognizing those accomplishments?
Well, I think you've got every single opportunity we have out on the field. There's going to be good and there's going to be things that we need to improve on, whether you win or whether you lose. And so, again, where our focus goes is really, really important. Our focus can go a lot of different ways. When you're struggling and not winning ultimately the football games, there's a lot of things that can distract us, deter us, put us down. You got to also recognize a lot of the good that's going on and the effort and the finish and the situational football that we would have, individual performances. We can highlight a lot of those different items while also identifying things that we got to improve on. And so we've done that throughout the year, and I think that's allowed us to grow. And I think the biggest thing is our guys have embraced it.
I think Jonah was telling us that he appreciates your level-headedness. Is that something that, just has developed over the years? Where does that trait come from?
Yeah, I think just being raised that way. There's highs and lows in everything. And so, I think it's really important for these guys to find some consistency as we go through these NFL seasons. And hopefully I can lead them by example in that fashion. Again, as we go through this journey together, there's going to be plenty more high moments. There's going to be certainly still some occasional low moments. And so we got to be able to navigate those. And, you can't ride this NFL roller coaster each and every week, or else it's going to be a long, bumpy ride.
Kellen, we also got the chance to learn something about one of your philosophies yesterday. Are you, by rule, not a believer in the go up by nine, go for two to go up by nine in that situation, or is that something you guys like talked about on the spot? Or
Yeah, there's definitely a discussion to be had there, both pregame and during the game, based off of the circumstance of the game. And and obviously from a play calling perspective. And so yeah, there's definitely a discussion there. There's a go for one, a go for two X in that situation. It's worth a discussion based off the game flow. And so felt like going up eight in that type of game, make them go the long way, make them convert a 2-point play. Felt like there were some positive factors with that. And so yeah, but definitely a discussion.
Does that speak to the way your defense was playing at that time of game, even though there had been a lot of points throughout the game?
There have been points. Obviously, they got 20 before half, but the second half, I felt like our defense was playing some really good football. We had the fumble going in to score, with Dante's fumble, and I thought our defense responded really well. We gave up 3 points to start the second half, but after that, I felt like there was a lot of positive plays there. I felt like, forcing them to play the 8-point game. Obviously forces them to get the 2-point play. It also forces them to know that they're within a one-score possession. I think sometimes you can go the reverse psychology and say, hey, if you're up 9, you got 2 possessions to go and you can play a little bit faster. And so all those factors go into it.
Hey, Kellen, when you mentioned the opportunities on the scout team for Tyler earlier this season, could you just give some examples of what those opportunities are when you're a scout team quarterback as a rookie for the first few games or first few weeks?
I'd say there's 2 things that you get to grow most from. One being the pocket. When you go against a starting defense on scout team, it's not going to be pretty pockets. You're going to have to play in stressful situations. You're going to have to stay within that pocket, and you may have to deal with some scrambling. But that puts you in those different environments that will ultimately be your test on game days. And so I thought that was a great growth opportunity, something that Tyler, certainly going back to the college film, felt like he could grow, with the pocket component of it. I thought he did an excellent job there. And then I think the second part, and this is probably more of the fun part as a quarterback, is when you're a scout team quarterback, test yourself. Test yourself. Can I make that throw? Can I not make that throw? You get to put yourself in positions. You're playing a really talented defense, and there's no better spot to test yourself than being a scout team quarterback. Obviously, there's higher consequences on Sundays when you're the starting quarterback, but I thought he took advantage of each and every opportunity to grow in that fashion.
As far as as far as the defense goes, just one follow-up. Have you noticed any particular or observed any particular pattern with second half adjustments made by the defense?
No, I think that's a good question. I think obviously the most important thing is we're playing better, we're executing better, we're playing more connected. I felt like there was a few opportunities in the first half in particular where we just weren't all on the same page, and so they took advantage of those opportunities when they were presented, and I thought our guys just again came out and executed at a much higher level.
With the success that Tyler has had over the last several weeks, obviously his name has come up in the Rookie of the Year conversation. How much do you pay attention to that? How cool is that to see that, him getting that national recognition?
Yeah, I think it's a cool opportunity. Tyler's earned it. He's done a tremendous job of taking advantage of the opportunities that have been presented in front of him. He's leading us in so many ways. I think it also speaks to the way all of our teams playing, the last back end of the season. I think, again, to be playing in the situation that we're playing in and to continue to compete the way our guys have competed, I think shows the character of our guys, and certainly Tyler's leading the way.
Follow up, just in regards to winning 4 straight. I guess I was just looking back. It was the first time since Drew Brees was the quarterback and Sean was the coach, 2020. Do you feel any particular way about being able to string, a longer winning streak than they've had in 5 years together?
I don't know from a historical perspective. I mean, I'm not really into that, but I think for this group, I think what's awesome is our guys have competed and battled all the way to the end. And so, I think it shows the character of our football team. It shows the growth that our football team's having. You can look at plenty of other teams, I guess, it's important to finish the right way. It's important when you have an opportunity to finish, you want to finish. And so, I'm excited for one more opportunity our guys have. And so, we'll keep building as we go.
Does
Yeah,
does oh you're gonna go, Jeff?
yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
It's like one of those Verizon commercials. As far as the running backs go and in the game, as you're trying to assess how you're going to distribute the carries, how has that kind of been? Because obviously Audric 2 carries in the first half
Yeah.
and 12 in the second half. Like, how have you kind of assessed that?
Yeah, it's been a committee as of late, obviously, and so I thought Audric just did a really good job. He played, coming out of the second half, I thought he had some really physical runs in that first drive, and allowed him to earn more opportunities as we go. And so again, we've rotated those guys a few times. Taysom's been a part of that position, in some spurts as well. And so I think credit to those guys of taking advantage of the opportunities and also playing off each other and having their different roles.